Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, coffee, and more. Okay, today we have Batman Killing Time, number 5 of 6 by Tom King and David Marquez. This book was $4.99 back in 2022. Okay, now don't forget, before we begin, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and leave me a comment. Let's see what's going on with Killing Time. On March 7th at 5:33 a.m. in Moldorf Park, 623 miles west of Gotham, the following events occur. Bill Zenoweth puts his knife into Agent Carlos Mestres. Mestres survives that wound for a few days, but dies in a K hospital, his wife and 3 children by his side. Rachel Strader fires a 16-gauge umbrella gun into the chest of Agent Gil Cologne, killing him instantly. Gil's body is not taken out of the park until 4:19 p.m. that afternoon. His wife is informed of his death at 7:15 a.m. the next day. Agent Steve Adreski fires into a crowd of men dressed in Egyptian costumes. Simon Walters, Louis Walters, and Stan Joseph are killed. They were childhood friends who shared a love of archaeology. Online forums introduced them to Tut and his cult. Andreski is killed 6 minutes later when another friend of the group, Byron Jones, shoves a sharp pyramid in Andreski's eye. Luke Foster is shot while turning away from the battle and running. He dies 2 hours later, calling out for his mother, Anna Foster, who has been dead for 10 years. On March 7th at 5:34 a.m. in the Moldorf Park, 623 miles west of Gotham, the following events occur. Jay Wood fires a flamethrower indiscriminately. He does not have much control over the weapon, and he misses most of his targets. But he manages to give Agent David Price burns on over 80% of his body. Price does not survive. Steve Harwood chokes Brian Patchett to death. They had arrived at the scene together with the rest of Penguin's army sitting together on the bus 3. It is unclear why one man kills the other. Adam Mudo walks dazed through the park, a bullet lodged in his neck. He falls to the ground 6 minutes later, not far from where he was first shot. His body goes unclaimed and is cremated by a local government. Him and Tony Panza kick Agent Lynn Borton to death, landing over 207 blows. Oh no. The Panzas are married and they live in North Gotham with their 2 children and their dogs. They are paying off a gambling debt by working for the Black Mask. On March 7th at 5:35 a.m. in Moldorf Park, 623 miles west of Gotham, the following events occur. Ernie Pelletier, who has already killed 4 federal agents, searches for his next victim. He survives the battle, but hangs himself in prison when he realizes he had forgotten to scar himself after each murder. Josh Flanagan, Connor Fitzpatrick, and Ron Richards are unable to scream as they are covered inside and out in ice and snow. They had brought homemade freeze guns to the battle and used them improperly. Their bodies melt into the grass and are not recovered. Brett Berg brings his own gun to his head. He has just fired into a group of men and women dressed as cats. He will kill himself 1 minute later. Christopher Kaczynski's body convulses as Raphael Sands lands another blow. Raphael will keep hitting Kinski for 2 more minutes before he himself is shot in the head and falls next to the man beneath him. They lie quietly together for the next few hours. A lot of death in this book. On March 7th at 5:36 a.m. in Moldorf Park, 623 miles west of Gotham, the following events occur. Javier Mundo prepares to pull the trigger on 2 pistols. As far as I can tell, he had never so much as pulled one trigger before that day. Jonathan Kraus and Jeffrey Porter stop breathing between the two of them. They suffer 49 bullet wounds. Riddler later makes a riddle about the number 49 in their honor. He claims it is his highest compliment, but most take it as mockery. Laura Newhouse pushes her heel down on Siri Oaklander's neck until she hears a distinct crack. She will go on to kill 7 people in that manner before being shot 7 times in the chest and stomach. A video of her stalking the field, seeking out the wounded, becomes one of the enduring images of that day. Vivek Patel pulls the hat he received directly from the Mad Hatter over his head as he walks through the middle of the battle zone. Perhaps he thinks it will help him. I can only speculate. A bullet will go through the hat and the head in 3 minutes, and he will never explain his reasoning. On March 7th at 5:37 a.m. in Moldorf Park, 630 miles west of Gotham, the following events occur. Noel Berman looks down at the umbrella sticking out of his torso. He is later buried in Arlington Cemetery. The fate of the umbrella remains a mystery. Matthew Cahan suffers a heart attack and dies instantly. He is the only goon there that day that identifies himself as being loyal to the Tweedledum and Tweedledee. The twins are quite excited when they hear they were represented at the slaughter. Brett Berg now lies dead on the grass, a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He has a husband and 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. The girl is the youngest. A man who remains unidentified kills 33 federal agents and 26 goons by firing gleefully into the crowd. But witnesses later describe him as Joker Goon. It is possible that this is the Joker himself, but I cannot confirm it. 8.5 hours earlier, on March 6th at 9 p.m., Riddler talks on the phone with Nori Espinoza, a representative of the U.S. government. It's nice to see you come around. It really is. I'm honestly sorry about you paying twice, but it's worth twice that, so maybe I shouldn't be so sorry. Yeah, right. Yes, the sooner the better, completely. We like Moldorf Park. Let's say tomorrow morning. At what sunrise? Let's meet at the gazebo there in the middle. Just the cat and me, and you and the money. Anything else, and we find an ocean and throw it in, and you can wait another 3,000 years for it. Okay. Yeah. Yes, good. See, in the end, everyone comes out happy. 11 minutes later, Agent Espinoza is in her office on the phone with her superior. I know why you're calling, and the answer is no. You have the resources, you lost the money, that's on you. I can't get you a penny more. You need to go out there and take it like we should have done from day one. If we lose the eye, if it goes to Russia, or I don't want to even think about any other scenario besides us securing it, the whole thing has been a disaster. These Gotham people are animals. I know what the Blanken situation calls for. I know what the Blanken is at stake. I'm not calling it because I need Blanken penny, Mr. President. I'm calling because I need a Blanken bomb. Okay, here we go. Later that night at 11:05 p.m. at the Iceberg Lounge, Penguin addresses a crowd of Gotham goons. 12 minutes earlier, I had informed him of Riddler's plan to meet with Agent Espinoza. My friends, my fellow travelers, the time and location have been set. It will be tomorrow morning at Moldorf Park. Buses are waiting outside for you. Once there, you will find our 3 targets, the inane Riddler man, the pathetic Catwoman, and the moronic buyer. You will kill them, you will take my treasure, and you will be most handsomely rewarded. At 11:16 p.m. in an alley next to the Iceberg Lounge and others board the bus, Gene Andrews sends a text. Hey, what the hell are you doing? You know the rules, no phone. Don't be crazy, I was just texting the old lady. We're going to be gone all night. She'll call people if I didn't text. Just trying to be bang, 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 boom. Oh, he killed him. Christopher Klinsky then shoots him dead. No phones. Some 400 miles west, the text is received. Just got an update from a source. The meeting is set for tomorrow morning. Penguin is bringing an army. 2,500 years earlier, on May 5th, A04 BC, 404 BC, at 5:24 p.m., the priestess of Athena stands on the beach in front of Aristogalopolis, a general in the Spartan army. The Athenian navy has been crushed. The Athenian army has fled. The Athenian people die by the thousands of starvation and disease. Knees. The Peloponnesian War is at its end. O man of Sparta, on behalf of my city and my people and my gods, I surrender to you today the eye of Athena, goddess of wisdom, now blinded, and as the mother swore to the father who, only one task it remains. Knees. As the mother said to the father, who holds the eye, holds the world. 2.5 millennia later, at 3:19 a.m., Nuri Espinosa walks with Captain Brenda Joyce at the Morrison Airfield, 123 miles west of Gotham. I don't want to hear blank screams. I don't want to hear blank excuses. I know I'm asking you to blank up a lot of blank if you're not in. Tell me you're blank, coward, now so I can get some other blanking to do it. I don't scream, ma'am. You tell me to drop it, I drop it. The whole situation, blank. Every blanking person on this blanking up planet is at stake. But if I don't win, I'm sure as blank, I'm not going to lose. At the same time, Batman and the Help travel along the highway on the direction of Moldorf Park. May I ask, why was it in a safe in a bank, the most valued object in the world in most people's eyes? You seem to be a man of great resources, Mr. Batman. Did you not want to keep it closer at hand? I know. Why do you care? No reason at all besides the basic curiosity that begins any conversation. I do not harbor silence, but I do tire of it. It will be a while until we get there. Some conversation might help with the time. No, you may not ask. Earlier at 2:11 a.m., Steve Harwood boards a bus in East Gotham. So like a mother and her baby get on a bus. And the bus driver, he says to the mother, he says, that's it, the ugliest damn baby I've ever laid my eyes on, he says. The lady goes and she takes her seat next to another guy on the bus. And she's like, I was just really insulted by the bus driver there. And the guy next to her, he's like, well, don't take that, you got to tell him off for saying that. Stand up for yourself. I'll hold your iguana, and you go back up there and give him a piece of your mind. What do you think, Joker? Worthy clothes? I don't know, man. Maybe you should work some more of that. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm Steve, by the way. Oh, great. I'm Brian. Pleasure to meet you. This should be fun. 2.5 hours later, 4:49 a.m., as the sun just starts to touch the day, Catwoman and Riddler arrive at Moldorf Park. This is the whole government. They got satellites, tanks, and shit. You worry too much at all. Time with you. All the time with you. They're not going to pay. They're going to fight. No. You'll see. They'll pay. You're an idiot, and I'm an idiot for being with you. When we're back in Arkham tomorrow and you ask me for my extra Jell-O, I'm going to tell you I don't share my Jell-O with idiots. It's a puzzle solved. We played the game at the restaurant. They lost. They can't risk losing again, so they won't play the game. I'm going to lick the Jell-O off the spoon right in front of your idiot face. The money is easy. They'll take the easy. Not everyone is smart enough to appreciate a challenge. 665 years earlier, on May 23rd, 337, at 4:28 p.m., the Emperor Constantine lies in a small villa in the city of Akron. I killed my child. I drowned my wife in her bath. My Lord, you are baptized today that sin is gone. You will be welcomed by the Father and the Son and the heavenly beloved. Beyond, you pass from greatness to greatness. He is dying. If man can change, can the I hold the I for the rule I hold. Yes, my Lord. Listen to me, you fool. Listen to the I. You must. He must know. Tell the Father the I. It is the I of his Son you hear. Yes, my Lord. It is no sin you hear. I hold the I of Christ. Yes, my Lord. It is his I We all see through his eye. Centuries later, at 5:29 a.m., Nori Espinosa arrives at Muldorf Park and waves toward a Riddler and Catwoman who await her at the gazebo. I see the little blanks. As do we, ma'am. Just say the good word. He's in crosshairs. Wait until we have the blank we want. Then I'll give you the blank words in the word. At the same time, the parking lot at the east end of Muldorf Park is empty. There are two lots for the park, one to the east and one to the west. This is the larger of the two. 28 seconds later, a large bus pulls into the lot. The bus holds 73 people. Another large bus follows it in. The bus holds 82 people. 6 seconds later, Penguin's third and final bus comes to a stop. The bus holds 79 people. 8 seconds later, Batman and the Help enter the smaller parking lot on the west side of Muldorf Park. They are 0.41 miles away from the three buses and 0.26 miles away from Gazebo. And so we come to the end. You hear that? Far from coming closer. Far but coming closer. Helicopter military flying rather low. Why would Penguin? It's not Penguin. 22 seconds later, Nori Espinosa, Catwoman, and Riddler meet at the gazebo at the center of the park. You had the blanking thing here? Really, what fools would we be? Let us see the money. What kind of blank you think I would be? Let's see the blank and then we talk other. Ma'am, we've just had eyes on a bus pulling into the east lot. They should call you Agent Blank. The mouth on you. Make that 3 buses. Blank, blank buses? What the blank are you trying? And now we've got someone in the west parking lot, 2 people on a motorcycle. Looks like that's a strange thing to say. Is it, Riddler? Do you want me to solve it? It's Batman and he's getting off the bike. He's running in your direction. 1.5 seconds later, Riddler follows Nori's gaze and sees Batman coming across the park. Agent Blank, you have underestimated your... We've got people coming off the buses. They're dressed funny, like for a party. A lot of guys pouring out, looking like Gotham freaks, but dozens of them. I have it. Here, we have no time. When Batman gets here, he's going to take it from me, and you'll never get it. Take it now. Give me the money. Let me run. Claim it for the government. He's a good boy. He won't take it from you. It's more than dozens. They're headed your way, toward the gazebo. Also, there was someone else on the bike with Batman, an older guy. He's coming too from the other side. You can give him Riddler as a consolation prize. What do you want us to do, man? 739 years earlier, on June 18th, 1263, at 3:51 p.m., in a small souk in the Constantinople Hamat, Evrim, a local dealer in small goods reaches for a small box. When the nobles fled 3 years ago, I bought this off one of them. Gave me a very good price, but I will give you a better one. The box is worth the price just as box, but he had a story that I will give you for free. It is the eye of Christ, he said, carried by the Roman emperors, proof of their conquest of all civilization. Who holds the eye of God holds the world. He tells me when he was young, he was to be the next emperor, and it was given to him as a gift. But the winds of fate shifted, and then he needed drink and food more than he needed a box and an old dead eye. I do not know if it was true. The man was very desperate, but the box was nice, and I bought it, and I will sell it to you, but at a very good price, and you may take it back to where you are from and tell them this story, and you will have a box and a story. Where are you from, friend? I am from Gdansk. I'm here to meet with the church. Oh no. At 5:31 a.m. and Batman dives toward the gazebo as Nori gives her order. I need blank in time. Take out Batman, then secure the blank gazebo. Write the blank now. I want 9 blanking line around this gazebo. I want every blanking man in the field. You blanking stop this crazy blanking. You stop all these crazy blanking. Go. 2 seconds later, Nori Espinosa reaches into her bag. I like a good blanking deal for her gun. But here's the rub. She points the gun at Catwoman. There's no money, just Blank and us, and 100 of my Blank and men. And pulls the trigger, all of which is to say, you're Blank. Bam! At which point Batman comes on the scene. At the same second, Agent Frank McGraw, the officer in charge of the troops on the ground, runs toward the gazebo. I need a perimeter formed, right? Blam! Blam! He is shot in the head. For that very moment, Penguin's army enters the park from the east side. Whack, whack, bing, bing! And the battle is joined. 4 seconds later, as gunfire and screams fill the air, Catwoman leaves in her unique way, wasting little time. She is still holding the prize. Blam, blam, rat-a-tat-tat. She gets to the ground, assesses where the conflict is worse, and runs to the west end of the park. Blam, blam, blam. Poor little kitty, you look lost. One step later, she is greeted by the help. And let's go on a prize. Let's go of that prize. Perhaps you might use some assistance. She growls at her attacker. Meow. Wild now she leaps, forgetting the prize. 7 seconds later, Batman talks to Agent Espinosa while Espinosa talks to her radio. I'm Batman. You can't win. Call off your troops. End this. I blank and lost the blank and it's a blank and field. Drop the blank and bomb. What? You're blank and Batman. We're the United States of America. The helicopter. No one holds the world but us. Drop the blank and bomb. Bam. 6 seconds earlier, a box falls to the ground at the top of the slope, 9 feet west of the central gazebo, Waldorf Park. Blam, blam, rat-a-tat-tat. The impact of the fall releases a modest stone eye. Blam, 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 tat. And the bellows of the killers and kill the eyes roll down the hill. On and on it rolls. In that it's like any of us, I suppose. For do we not stumble forward tragically unaware of when, where, and how we shall be stopped? And once we reach our final conclusions, are we too not gripped in the hand of the greater power? Are we too not lifted to the heavens by the king of clocks? Blam, blam, there's the eye. On March 7th at 5:32 a.m., 623 miles west of Gotham in Waldorf Park, 11 feet northwest of the central gazebo, I hold the eye of God. I hold the world. Everything is perfectly on time. The timekeeper. To be continued. To be concluded. Okay, well that was Batman Killing Time. Number 5 of 6 from 2022. I hope you enjoyed that little reading. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and leave me a comment, okay? And as Papa and Batman and all the criminals always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.